All right, time for another weekly. Time for another weekly what sold on eBay. For me, I had a great week, as you can see by the amount of tabs open. These last two are inventory things that we kind of talked about last week, but and then there was of I think 7 that went out to one buyer as well. So starting off, we have the Pike Fire Department in Wyoming, which is over in Wyoming County, home of the Wyoming County Fair Patch. Uh, this is something that I picked up as a lot of 10. I bought it to keep the one for myself, and then sell off the rest of them, which I've, as you can see, done pretty well on. I have 3 available, 5 sold, and started this listing back in March. And I actually sold 3 of them this week, which you'll see here as we go along. All of them sold at full price of $5.99, so that was good. All right, so we're starting off with this Addison, New York, over in Steuben County. This actually sold for $5.94 at my percentage off of whatever. And this was out of that recent lot of New York's ones that I picked up. And then we got this Coat Hill, or whatever, Louisiana, $6.99 on that one. This Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico, Hot Shots. This sold also for $5.59. And we got this New York State Police patch. I have already one in my collection. Sold this one off in a little lot that I picked up for a Lancaster Police one. Next is this prettiest town in Dixie. What is that? However you say it, in South Carolina. $5.99 on that one. Next is another one of that recent New York pickup. Sattler Hose Company, 4 Edwards in Washington County, $5.99 on that one. And Arundel County over in Maryland, $6.99 on this one. And actually, you'll see in this one of the lots I just picked up, I picked up another one of these. So this one, as you can see, took a while to sell, March 2nd. But now I have another one to list. Next one is this Hazmat Team. This sold for $5.59. I don't even remember what lot this came out of. It took me a minute to find it because I completely forgot about it, so I don't even know what this came out of. There's another Pike one. Another New York one. Solvay in Onondaga County, $6.99 on that one. Next is South Africa one. This sold for $4.79. I think I went 20% off on this one because, as you see, I've had it a while, February 14th, and the international ones are not, not as desirable. And this was the last thing I sold before I went out of town for the weekend. I remember I packed up these, a couple other ones that were ready. And then this one they had accepted but hadn't quite paid yet. So then by the time I, dropped those off, went over to the mailbox, dropped those other ones off, came back, I noticed that they had paid. So then I, quickly packed it up and went back down there, dropped it off before we left. So, and then while I was gone, we left Friday afternoon, about noon, and we came back Sunday about 3. Nothing sold after this, pretty much, until, I want to say it was Saturday night when this West Memphis, Arkansas one sold. So this was a good one though, $7.99. And then this one I actually sold for $5. I sent out offers while I was down at camp. And I noticed that I had ones that I could send offers on, and on my phone I don't see where I can do the percentage off. I usually I just take it down, to the next dollar amount. So $5 for this Reno Tahoe Air Traffic Airport Authority. There's the other Pike one, another Pike one. Here's a Port Leiden JS Coaster Hose Company, Lewis County. This was another New York one, and this one actually sold to the same guy who bought this other lot of stuff, but he bought this, I think it was this morning, but I had already shipped out as other ones, so I couldn't add it in. Actually, I guess technically I could have added it in. I could have opened it up and added it. I don't think it would have bound, up the ounces on it, because I set it for 3 ounces. It was like 2.1 ounces. So I upped it to 3, to kind of account for the tape and all that. So actually, I probably could have put it in there. But anyways, next is this Falmouth, Florida fire rescue, fire department, whatever, for $6.99. And this one actually, it was interesting. It sold, and this went to a guy in Falmouth, but he's in Falmouth, Maine. And this one I had just listed because I just got it out of that brand new lot that I'll show you here in a minute. And then, where are we? Okay, no, we still got a couple more. Trumansburg, New York, Thompson County, $6.99 on that one. This California Department of Corrections, $3.99. As you can see, I have 2 of them. Sold one of those. This and this one just sold an hour or 2 ago. I just packaged them up, ready to go out for tomorrow. So, Long Creek, North Carolina, the Hornet's Nest Fire Department, $4.99 on that one. So that's all. Like I said, this is the latest sale of the moment. These next ones here, I'm going to show you all sold together on one. So all sold together to the same guy. Yes. So this Margaretville, New York, Endwell, New York, Old Forge, Herkimer County, New York as well. This other Herkimer County, New York. Firehouse 2002, Hale Fire Pump Company, and this Houston Station 59, all sold. And those all sold, I want to say it was about 20% off, or maybe 10, 15, 20% off. One of those numbers I didn't really pay attention. Doesn't really matter because it's such a large lot of them. That went to the same guy who also made that large lot last week as well. So let's say a good amount of these New York ones here came out of that new New York patch that I picked, or New York lot that I got. So that's where a lot of these came from. So I've done pretty well so far on that lot. I'm not too sure all in like how close I am to making my money back on that lot, because there was those 2 large where they got where they were mixed in with these ones. So. But I will say I've done pretty well on them. But speaking of which, this lot that I won this lot of 125, as you can see, that's where this Falmouth one came from. Sold instantly, pretty much, which was good. So like I said, that's where that's where this one came from. So I got these all in, with the 180 plus, plus shipping plus tax. It was all in about 200 something. I think like 202 around there, divided by the 125, it's about $1.60 a piece, which is pretty good. And I've started going through these, working on these. I got, I have patches everywhere at the moment. I got a whole bunch in front of me that I'm working on to, start listing out of the ones out of those that I just got. And then I did win this auction of assorted ones that were mostly kind of SWAT ones. Mostly, I did win this, as you can see, for 76 plus 5 shipping. This came in today, and I will get to this eventually. I'm kind of more focusing on this the lot of 125 first before I move on to these ones. And these ones, some of these will probably will go to auction. Some of these SWAT ones will go to auction because I think they might be rare, not too sure. Like, I don't know if this is rare or not. This probably isn't, but, no, and I do want to keep this, Miami homicide out of it, so that's, so that's what I got to work with for the next, couple weeks. Let's see, there's 40 in there, plus there's about 120 in this, so that will keep me busy for, quite a while. That's 160. I usually try and do about 10 a day, so that's 16 days. So about 2 weeks. That'll keep me busy for, and then I'm sure something else will come up in the meantime. So other than that, that is it for this week of things that sold. We will see you guys next week.